Hello guys, I hope you liked the video. This time it's not about training again, it's about running course. As you can see, the tone was a bit different from the previous video of Takao. A little bit more let's go over the course. It's pretty simple. So it's Tonodake. It's about 40 kilometers from central Tokyo, 1 hour away by train. It's about 5 kilometers from the station to the head trail. And then from there, it's about 7 kilometers. It's a very tough course. Lots of stairs. It's super steep actually. But it's fun. Along the way, you have very nice views, but it takes a long time. It takes a while. It's only 7 kilometers, but it took us 80 minutes. Expect to spend between maybe 70 minutes if you go super hard to I don't know 2 hours if you take your time. And then from the top to the next summit, which is about 2.5 kilometers, which is to me the nicest part. It's pretty cool because you run on a nice ridge and you have nice views on the side. So that's for me the best part, and you should enjoy that. From there, you have about 7 or 8 kilometers to the end of the trail. As you can see, it's a loop. So as I'm a big fan of a loop, I don't really like out and back because, well, you get to see different scenery throughout the course, right? It makes sense. On the way down, you have about 2 kilometers of very steep and technical downhill. Steep, you have stairs, and it's very technical. You've got routes and stuff like that, things that I don't really like, but I mean it's fairly short. It's only about 2 kilometers. And then once you pass that technical section, it's about 5-6 kilometers of very runnable, easy trail, and that's nice. And then once you finish the trail, that's where you finish the loop, and then you run back to the station by taking the same road that took you there in the first place. All right. So that's a very nice course because you kind of have everything in the same run. You have 10 kilometers of road, although that's not the best part, obviously. But the trail, you have a mix of everything, right? You have technical ascent, steep, power hiking. You get very nice views, and the scenery changes quite often. It's not the same monotonous view that you get to see on lots of trails. And then the summits, the 2 summits are pretty nice. You get your share of technical downhill. You also have the runnable part, the last 6 or 7 kilometers or so. I highly recommend this course. It's a very nice course if you like trails. And it doesn't take forever. What I mean by it doesn't take forever, it doesn't take you the whole day. It took us about 4 hours to complete the whole thing. So that's not too bad. It's a good half-day trip. Half Sunday, half Saturday, half a day long run kind of thing. I have put on the description below the Strava link as well as the Garmin course. And yes, I repeat, you can download the course into your watch, and you can do the course by following your watch. And I highly recommend as well you do so, because that's a nice feature. Especially if you don't know how to read Japanese, you can just trust your watch, assuming your watch works correctly, right? Anyways, everyone's going through hard times these days. Life has not been easy for none of us. We all struggling through life, and I think I've always thought that running is a good metaphor of life, because you get to the start line and then you're struggling, and then even though you know where the finish line is, somehow sometimes it gets so painful that you start to wonder if it's ever gonna end. And I think that's why so many people say that life is not a sprint but a marathon. But at the same time, the biggest difference I think between life and a marathon or ultra marathon is that well, there's no finish line in life. Sometimes I say, well, life is like an ultra marathon because, well, I'm an ultra runner. But it's much more complicated than that, because the thing that makes you going in a race, no matter how far, no matter how long, how tough the race is that you know it's gonna end. You know where the finish line is. Even if you have to walk, eventually you'll get there. But sometimes, well, I'm not necessarily complaining. Life is a tough race. It's not about getting to the finish line, but it's more about searching for the finish line. At the end of the day, the only thing we can do is to keep moving forward. That's how I feel, and that's why I like so much about running, because when you do a race, when you run a race, when you train, the only thing you can do is to move forward. You can't just stay there, because you're never gonna get to the finish line. And in life, you can't just stay where you are. You gotta move forward. You gotta get up and you gotta move forward. And it's like now I'm doing these videos, this YouTube and stuff. I've never been in front of camera like 2 weeks ago. Have no idea what I'm doing, but maybe I'm gonna fail, you know. I don't know, maybe, but you know, I gotta try, and maybe in 1 month I'll disappear from YouTube. I'll completely disappear, and yeah, it's just a little rant, you know. I've got no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, when I wrote the subtitles, it just came out. It just came out like that, and I know that in the subtitles I was writing we, but I was more talking to myself, you know. I'm not judging anyone or whatever, but yeah, that's my little rant. Maybe 30 people are going to watch this video. Maybe you guys are going to think I'm crazy, I'm a kind of weird dude talking like shit on the camera, but yeah, you know, I gotta try. I gotta move forward, just like a race, except that I don't know where the finish line is, and if this doesn't work, I'll just move to the next summit, even if I never see any summit. And nothing's gonna happen if we don't do anything, if we just sit there. If you're still listening, thank you so much, that means a lot to me. I'm not gonna do this kind of stupid rant very often. That might even be the last one anyway. So I hope you guys have a good day, a good one, like we say in the US, even though I'm not in the US, I'm in freaking Japan. Until next time, you guys, I wish you guys have a good run, because I suppose if you're watching this, you are a runner, and all I can wish you is a good run. Have a good long run, and until next time, see you.